All right, good morning, class. Today I have a question for you all. Has anyone ever ran for an official position? Now, this includes like student council, um, or even just a captain on a sports team, or a high position on a board, or anything like that. Now, how would we get for people to vote for us? Talk about it amongst yourselves. All right, and coming back, so now with the election approaching fast, there are a few terms that we need to know. We will learn the definitions of campaign and election, and I'll give you a couple examples to go along with that. As well, earlier this week we learned that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are the nominees for the upcoming election. Does anyone remember what parties they are associated with? Right. Awesome. So Donald Trump is a Republican and Hillary Clinton is the Democratic nominee. All right. So the first word we're going to discuss is campaign. So what word are we learning? Say it with me, class. Campaign. This would be when two or more people work towards a goal, as in running for that official position, or say a captain on a sports team, for example. An example, you could also run for student council president. And so what word are we learning? Campaign. Awesome. When running for an official position, there needs to be a campaign to get your name recognized by the voters. Otherwise, nobody's going to know who you are. Now say the word with me. Campaign. Awesome. Everyone, please write campaign on your whiteboards, and then turn to your partner and define campaign in your own words. Awesome. Once again, class, what do people do when they are running for a position? They campaign. Perfect. Now, erase that and on your whiteboards, give an example, something maybe that I haven't said yet, of something you could campaign for. And then hold up your whiteboard so I can see your answers. Awesome. Those are all great examples. Now, what is the word we just learned? Campaign. So, the second word we're going to focus on is election. So what word are we learning? Say it with me. Election. When we participate in the election, we vote for the person of our choice. So it's the person that best fits the position and that we want to be in that position. An example of an election is voting for homecoming king and queen. I'm sure everybody has voted and has participated in a election like that. So what word are we learning? Election. Everyone, now I'd like you to write election on your whiteboards. And then turn to your partner and tell them what an election is in your own words. Awesome. All right, coming back. Now, what is the process of being called or for being elected for a position? An election. Awesome. So now the word we just learned is election. So now I am going to give you a few examples, and I would like each of you or one of you to raise your hand and tell me which word the example goes along with. So here's the first one. Mrs. Bass wants to be the president of the school board. What does she need to do? She needs to run a campaign. Correct. All right, so second one. Richard is going to vote for his basketball team captain. He's going to participate in a election. Awesome. All right, so one last time. The two words we just learned were election and campaign.